So I know this is a topic that not a lot of people want to have, but I think it's very important, so stick with me. So before we begin, I really want to establish our terms and understanding. So what it means to believe is to accept something as true. And what it means for something to be true is that it is in accordance with a fact or reality. That being said, I really like to explain truth and logic through math. There's no emotions tied to it. Well, maybe some if you just really don't like math. But the principles in and of itself are very simple. And so the first question that I ask is, do you believe that 2 + 2 = 4? And hopefully you say yes, because it does, but I'll explain. So here I present to you quick maths. So in our numeric language, we've decided to name this quantity 1, this quantity 2, this quantity 3, this quantity 4, so on and so forth, right? We could have said this was a fleep, floop, flop, flup. Either way, the quantities stay the same. We see this in different languages, like in English, we say 99, in French, they say 99, which literally translates to 4 × 20 + 10 + 9, like why French? But either way, we can see clearly here that this quantity put together with this quantity gives you this quantity. Of course, to understand that, it's to understand what we commonly defined what these quantities are. We just happen to work on a system of base 10, but even when converting to a new base, the number still means the same way. It's just different in how it's written. And same way that this is 1, but this is also 1, and this is also 1. Just 3 different ways of saying the same thing. Again, so in understanding that 1 is 1 and can only be 1, 2 is 2 and can only be 2, 3 can only be 3, so on and so forth, as far as how the quantity works, how could you possibly walk away thinking 2 + 2 = 3? And the only way that I can see logically is either you weren't taught what the basic numbers were, or you were taught and you're lying to yourself, or you don't want the truth to be what the truth is. For us in the world that we live in, where quantities matter, we understand the importance of knowing how the numbers are commonly defined and how they equate to each other. Because if you don't, you might end up getting taken advantage of, because you think 8 + 8 = 1, when it really gives 16 and someone takes more money for you, or you feel like you're being gypped even when you're not. And so transform this process into morality, which is what Christianity is the basis for. If you don't know the basis of what is good and the basis of what is bad, the math ain't gonna be mathin'. And you will have people, namely the devil, that will take advantage of that. And he does in so many lives. So it's just some food for thought. Let's talk in the comments.